Continuing our coverage into the disappearance of Texas A&M Corpus Christi student Caleb Harris. Corpus Christi police say they are still very active in this search, sharing the latest on their continued efforts to find the 21-year-old student as we approach a month since he seemingly vanished without a trace back on March 4th. And tonight, our Bill Churchwell sat in a one-on-one interview with Assistant Police Chief Todd Green. Police also addressing misinformation as well as allegations that have been circulating online.
And Leslie, police say they can rule out those roommates and they can also those friends that Caleb was communicating with that night over social media, and also ruling out the Uber driver that made the food delivery. Police telling us they've investigated those individuals very thoroughly. This, as investigators are now heavily focusing on behind-the-scenes work. That includes looking at digital data they've collected. Do you still need people in the community, of course, if they might have any doorbell camera, Ring camera, Blink cameras, anything like that? How much does that help out in an investigation like this?
Oh, it's tremendous. Unfortunately, the night he disappeared, it was extremely foggy. And the video that we've collected already, gone to over 50 businesses and different residents, private residences, and collected video. Of the 50 that we've been to, we've collected, I believe, 27 different sources of video. The problem with that is a lot of it is very difficult to see because it was so foggy that night. But it is valuable to us. We're using it.
There are a few other missing person cases as well that are still open. But when you have cases like this, or when you have an investigation like this, do you add more people to focus on that investigation, or is it a department-wide type of deal where everyone kind of gets involved?
Well, in this particular situation, the circumstances were so unusual. Immediately, we started getting a lot of people involved. We had detectives out there. We recruited Texas Search and Rescue. We recruited, I say recruited them, we reached out to them to assist in the search. We did a massive search around the immediate area. We brought in our forensic computer examiners to download his laptop. We brought in crime analysts to go out and start searching for surveillance video, for Ring camera video and whatnot. I know there's been several in social media suggesting that we've had several missing persons of the same age and males, and that there appears to be maybe some kind of conspiracy or something going on. Early on in the investigation, we went back and reviewed all of the missing persons reports for the last 3 years to look to see if there was any connection. Now, there are some similarities, and there's some similarities. Caleb was an avid fisherman, avid hunter. We've had a couple other missing persons where it's similar. They're avid fishermen or avid hunters. But there was nothing that we found that showed any type of a connection.
We spoke with Caleb's dad, and he said he was 100% confident in CCPD that you guys are doing everything you can to find his son. Are you confident in the department and the work you guys are doing to find Caleb?
I'm very confident. I've been amazed by the work that's being done behind the scenes. We have some very talented people. They're not out on, driving around in a patrol car. They're behind the scenes going through computer data, issuing search warrants for digital information, subpoenas, all those types of things. And it's not a glamorous job, but they're doing incredible work.
Just some of the questions from Bill's one-on-one interview with Corpus Christi police today. What we've also gotten from police is the most detailed timeline to date coming from authorities regarding Caleb's disappearance. So here's what police have outlined to 3 News. Now, there are several details in this. On the evening of Sunday, March 3rd, Harris spent time at the apartment with roommates and a friend. 12:56 a.m. Monday, March 4th, doorbell camera shows Harris, a friend, and one of his roommates in the parking lot of his complex. 2:20 a.m., A second roommate says he's going to bed. Harris stays up to order Uber Eats. At 2:44 in the morning, Caleb sends a Snapchat video to his younger sister of him walking a dog in the complex parking lot. At 3:03 a.m., Caleb sends a Snapchat photo to a high school friend who lives in San Antonio. That picture, we've learned, showed a small bridge over a drainage ditch within a few hundred feet of the entrance to his apartment complex. At 3:12 a.m., again, this is all on March 4th, is when Harris's cell phone last shared its location information with the nearest phone tower. 3:20 a.m., the Uber Eats driver delivers Caleb's order to his apartment, leaving it at the front door. At 11 Monday morning, one of Caleb's roommates finds the delivery order. His wallet and keys are in the apartment, but his cell phone is gone. So is Caleb. Caleb's roommates report him missing. Police say this is the best timeline they've been able to compile with what's available to them. But as the investigation evolves, it is subject to change. We know that there's a lot of details and information on there. We do have more of that for you in an article on our website, KIITV.com. Now, you might recall the family is offering a $25,000 reward for information that leads to finding their son. There is a tip line, and that number is 361-826-2950. The deadline to call in tips for the reward is March 31st, and that's this Sunday. Police followed up on 14 Crime Stopper tips, 31 tip line calls, and several others from various sources.